all, and welcome back to another battle report from Twisted Dice. Darren here, and I am with my friend Richard from Geeks Wargaming.
Hey guys.
Today we're doing a 2,000 point battle report for 40k, and we're going with Space Wolves versus my Khorne Demon. I nearly said the Khorne Demonkin, but it's no longer called Demonkin. No, so for today it's my World Eaters, running under the mark of the Khorne. So we're going to go in. So Richard's put down first, finished putting down his units first. Let's get my words out. I do apologise, guys. So I'm going to roll to see if I can steal the initiative, and I don't. No.
Do you want to send a command point to re-roll that?
No. So.
Okay. So the reason why we're doing the fact that I finished deploying first means that I get to go first is because the roll off +1 is a tournament scene thing, and it's going to be in the General's Handbook, but that's not out to buy yet. So because we're going to use the core rules, we're still using whoever finishes first goes first.
That's it. And the same as we're going to be playing that. Not that I have any flyers, but Rich does.
I do.
But we're going to count that as a scoring unit. So for holding objectives and things like that, when he's not flying, he can score with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so going with the Khorne Demonkin list. Going with the battalion, and with my 3 HQs, I'm going with a Demon Prince. I know he doesn't look like he's got an axe, but you're going to have to pretend he has got an axe somewhere. It's hidden. I'm not telling where it's hidden, but it's hidden. It's there. It's a magical one. And then I've got 2 Warlords. Now I've gone with Zufra from the Forge World book, and I've gone from a standard Warlord in Terminator armor, just with the axe. And then for my troops, my 3 troops, I've gone with 2 lots of cultists. So cultist number 1, cultist number 2, and I've gone with 10 tactical marines with 2 plasma guns. Hopefully these are going to do something for me. I've got a feeling about this. They're going to do well for me.
They're not.
They're not. They are. They're going to be okay. And then going for my elites, I've gone with Possessed, and I've gone with a squad of Terminators to back up my 2 HQs coming in. And then for my fast, I have gone with 10 bikes with 2 melter guns. And then last but not least, Lord of War. Why not? Give him a try. I haven't had him out in 8th. Didn't really play with him much in 7th because of the points. He's looking a bit more tastier. So give the Lord of Skulls a shout. Let's see how he goes. Let's see if he can do anything. So let's see what our friend of the Geeks have brought to play.
Hi guys, it's Richard here from Geeks Wargaming, and today I am rocking my Space Wolves onto the battlefield. HQ and Warlord, I am taking Herald Deathwolf. This guy comes equipped as standard on his wolf. Not really used him in 8th edition much. I think I used him in my very first game and not used him since. I'm looking forward to getting him back out onto the battlefield. Into troops, I'm taking a 6-man Grey Hunter squad. In here there is a pack leader with a power fist and 1 guy with a plasma gun. Next troop choice, I am taking a 5-man Grey Hunter squad. Again, pack leader with a power fist. We'll go over to elites. I'm taking, over in fast attack, I am taking a 5 Wolfen squad. In here there are 3 Frost Claws, 2 with Storm Shields and Thunder Hammers. Exactly the same loadout for my 2nd Wolfen squad. Into elites, I am taking a Venerable Dreadnought with the Blizzard Shield and Frost Axe. Into heavy support, Land Raider. Now I know these things are expensive, but they do pack a punch. And also I am taking my Longfangs, 2 las cannons, a heavy bolter, missile launcher, and a pack leader with a plasma gun as well. Fast attack, I'm taking my Stormwolf flyer. So Hellfrost cannon, las cannons, heavy bolters. Nobody's going to be riding in this today. It's more of a gun platform riding around the battlefield. It is a tough nut to crack and normally does quite well. And finally, in dedicated transports, I am taking a drop pod. So one of my Grey Hunter squads will be arriving from reserves. So I'm taking a patrol detachment, so it's only 1 extra command point. Let's go see how this performs. So with Contact Lust, I draw 1 card, but I also draw an extra card for every objective I hold, and I hold 2 at the moment, so I have 3. I have Supremacy, D3 victory points if I'm holding 3 objectives. I have Defend Objective 2, which my Long Fangs are sitting on, so quite nice there. I also have Secure Objective 6, which is right by the side of my Grey Hunters, so they will be staying still this turn, just to get me those couple of extra victory points. With Supremacy in mind, Venerable Dreadnought has moved forward straight towards Objective 1, so that will be held at the end of this turn. Land Raider has moved his 10 inches forward. Lots and lots of targets across the battlefield to be shooting at with the las cannons. Wolfen have moved and ran, and I advanced them 6 inches, so they're now all in the cover of this building. Again, another objective marker, nice and close. First of my reserves are on my Stormwolf Flyer. I've got a stupid big Lord of War skull thing to kill. So las cannons, Hellfrost pistols, las cannons from the Long Fangs, as long as they can see him across that battlefield, will shoot at him. The next of my reserves are on. The drop pod has screamed in from the sky. The doors have slammed open, and the Grey Hunters are 9 inches away from these poor squidgy guys down here. They are holding on to an objective. So shooting will be going in, and then maybe a assault charge. However, Herald Deathwolf is outflanked. He is 9 inches away. He will be definitely going into combat with these guys down here as well. So I'm hopefully getting rid of them. Land Raider shooting down into the bikes, maybe into these guys, and then obviously Long Fangs and my Stormwolf Flyer aiming at the Lord of War. Little bit of a mixed bag of shooting for the Space Wolves. The Stormwolf Flyer and the Long Fangs all shot down at the Lord of Skulls. No damage done. Completely and utterly whiffed. One of the Lunar Wolves, that are now not Lunar Wolves, was killed from the Heavy Bolter from the Long Fangs all the way back there. So that was quite good, this side of the battlefield. We lost 1 Possessed Marine and 2 Bikers. Shots from the las cannons raining in hard down here. So I did a little bit of damage down here, but I think so far it's been quite nice. Is we have 2 of these squidgy little chaos guys left. Basically, it was just shots from the Grey Hunters out of the drop pod, just plasma gun and bolter damage done down here. Only 2 left, so these guys will have to take a morale check to see if they disappear off the battlefield. So Darren has just rolled his morale check off camera and rolls a 1. So they are perfectly fine. Let's go and have a look at what victory points I scored. So victory points scored. I secure objective 6 thanks to my Grey Hunter, so I score that one. Defend objective 2, which means I have to hold on to objective 2 for another turn. I don't think my Grey Hunter, my Long Fangs are going to be going anywhere, so I'll do that next turn. And then Supremacy. So we have 1 objective, 2 objectives, 3 objectives, 4 objectives. There's nothing like doing it as in style. So that is D3 victory points, which is 2 extra victory points.
Okay, so coming into my first turn, I've pulled my bikes forward. So on the cards, I've got Kingslayer, which I need to kill his Warlord over here. I've got Objective Marker 4, which is here. And I have got Supremacy, which I need to hold 3 objectives, which is there, there, and there. Now, the only thing I haven't done is just yet, but I'm going to put the Terminators in with Sulfur into the corner. And my Tactical Marines have just pulled themselves up forward here. I should say my Chaos Space Marines has moved up, which I'm hoping for a little bit of rapid fire into his horrible little puppies. And then my Possessed, they've advanced, so they've got myself within 3 there, but I've got to get rid of them to score that objective. Going next into my shooting phase, hopefully, let's see if I can win one back from these little horrible puppies. So going into the end of my movement and shooting. So going into the end of my shooting even and going into close combat. Lord of Skulls. My dice have been
appalling.
Terrible. Can't hit, can't shoot, can't win. And what I do get off him, he does save gracefully. and that's Rich making a noise for me.
Sorry, dropped the dice.
So he didn't manage to. He's managed to take a wound off him, and I think that was actually not from him. That was actually from the tactical squad. However, so he's thought, sod it. I'm in range. Let's go for a cheeky charge. Does get in. So see how we go with that. And then over here, where the cultists come in, we managed to whittle down his heavy support down to 2. The 2 damn las cannons left that I don't want popping into my backgrounds. Did shoot away. Didn't manage to kill the last 2. Terminators had a go at trying to assault. Didn't manage to get in. However, did try the cultists, and I did pull off that lucky jammy double 6. Got in there with the 12. So I'm very, very happy on that. We didn't expect that to happen. Over here, Bikes shot over towards his Warlord. Try to get the Kingslayer. Hit, didn't manage to. I did get the wounds, but he just saved them all off. He just laughed at me. Just made me feel silly and special. So let's go into close combat and let's see how we go. Let's see if I can actually slap these damn things down to the ground. Let's see where we go. Going in the ends of combat on that turn, where the Lord of Skulls can't shoot, he can hit. We have got the Wolfing down to 2, so I'm very, very thankful on that. The Cultists, they did get into combat. They're just not very good in combat. But we did kill one heavy las cannon dude off, which would be embarrassing. However, I now do contest his objective, so it kind of makes him have to hold that a little bit longer, which I'm quite thankful for. Let's now go into Rich's next turn. In regards to my objectives, I haven't got Kingslayer, but I do get Supremacy, so control 3 objective markers. So 1 with the Bikes, 1 with the Cultists, and now my Possessed do control that one there because he's pulled himself forward to attack the Lord of Skulls. So kind of happy on that. So we'll roll to see what I get on that. And I have got control objective marker 4 with the Bites, which kind of forced my hand and pulled me over towards there. So let's see what I get on regards to Supremacy. Oh, cocked. We get a 5, so we get a 3 on that. Awesome. Right, now we're definitely going into Rich's turn.
So my 2 new objectives this turn, I have secure objective 5, which is right at the back of the board and right by Darren's deployment zone, which is a little bit annoying. We have defend objective 3, which is right there with the Possessed on. And we have defend objective 2 still, which I would have scored, apart from these pesky cultists now getting in the way of the 1 remaining Longfang. So into movement. Land Raider. Now I was really toying with the ideas of getting out the second squad of Wolfen that are inside there, running them across the board. But I've held them inside the transport for 1 more turn. Shots from that Land Raider probably going to rain in on the Possessed Marines, maybe. Grey Hunters have swiveled round. They're going to try and shoot at the Terminators down here. Herald Deathwolf, the Grey Hunters and the Dreadnought now all looking at the Bikes. Shooting and charging will be going on here. There's a couple of large charge ranges I'm going to have to make to do it. But if I can get all 3 squads in, I'm hoping to kill off those Bikes. This little nasty Demon Prince now has a Stormwolf Flyer sitting right behind it. Hellfrost Cannons and Las Cannons and Heavy Bolters prized and ready to shoot it. Over the left-hand side of the battlefield, the Grey Hunters shot down into the Terminators. No damage done. Longfangs tied up in combat. Not helpful. Wolfen still in as well. Land Raider. Land Raider shot down at the Possessed Marines, killing off 3 of them. So I will take that. Shots from the Grey Hunters down into the Bikes, causing 1 wound. And the Demon Prince has also suffered 1 more wound, thanks to my Stormwolf Flyer. We're going to be heading over to Assault. I've got 3 lots of charge ranges to make down there. I'm hoping the Wolfen might do a little bit more damage this turn maybe as well, but we're going to be trying to pop those Bikes. In the assault phase, everybody, Herald Deathwolf, the Grey Hunters and the Dreadnought all made it into combat. I hit with Herald Deathwolf first, and I think I did like 1-2 wounds on the Bike, so killing 1 off, and then my combat got interrupted because somebody spent 2 command points. And he smashed the Wolfen apart. They did do 1 more wound as they fell to death. 2 more wounds, actually, as they fell to Death Frenzy. So that's always nice. So then we flip back over to the Bikes. The Dreadnought just absolutely whiffed. I hit twice out of 5 dice. 4 attacks as standard, plus 1 for the Great Axe. Hit twice. Absolutely pathetic. And killed another Biker off. Grey Hunters, Power Fist. A little bit more damage done. So I think there was 3 bikers pulled down in total over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and 2 grey hunters killed, but we passed morale. All of us did. And then the Longfang, that's now a lone wolf, hit, missed, got hit, wounded twice from the cultist. Saved them both. He's rocking. But that does mean I didn't score any victory points this turn. That could be quite costly as this battle unfolds.
Going into my turn 2 for the chaos, and I've got to say chaos for the win. Rich may say something different, but it's looking in my favour at the moment. The gods have been kind to me. They are looking down. They are blessing me. So I have been a bit of a chicken. I have been lucky so far to survive what I did. I cannot survive another round. The bikes have pulled back, as my personal opinion. I feel they're better at shooting than they are in close combat now. My little demon prince has pulled itself back there, and my Lord of Skulls has pulled himself forward. And in the back corner, my Terminators have pulled themselves further from over here. My tactical Marines have pulled themselves more into the train, so we're gonna have a cheeky rapid fire range into the Land Raider. I don't think we're gonna do much, but it is a dice game. They could be still within my favour. So let's go into before I do. The cards I pulled is Overwhelming Firepower, Long War, and the Wheel of Chaos, which I rolled a 5. So at the moment, I do have a good potential chance of. Well, I will score that because I'm sat right on top of it. I'd have to do something severely wrong to miss it. So let's now definitely go into my shooting. So shooting went well, very much better in my favour this turn. Managed to get the Land Raider down to 4. Kind of got a thing at the moment where if I overcharge, I die. I should learn a lesson on that. Terminators did pop off. Is nice little space puppies hiding down here behind this little barricade. They didn't want to fight him. They didn't want to be there. They got scared. They ran away. Like a normal, decent person, we put down the strays. Over here, so we're going into combat next. I plan to take the Demon Prince into the flyer, and I've got my 2 lovely little possess, which are going to brave it, and they're going to charge into the Land Raider. So going in the ends of combat from there. I wish I could have done better with the possessed, just not that great. Going over with the flyer, did manage to take off 6 wounds, so I'm kind of happy on that, because I'm guessing that's knocked down your profile quite a bit. Yes, yeah. So regards to scoring objectives, I've got let me spit my words out. Overwhelming Firepower, but I've only killed 1 unit through shooting, and then the Long War, which is again kill an enemy unit. So I've got so only 1 on that. And then Wheel of the Gods, which I've got there. So let's go into Richard's next turn.
With the explosions going off all over the battlefield, my new objective cards for this turn is Area of Denial, so have no enemy units within 6 inches of the centre of the battlefield, and no prisoners. So basically kill off an enemy unit. The more you kill off, the better the result, so I don't think I'm going to get that. Longfang, still in combat. Wolfen are out of the Land Raider, shot into the bikes with their grenade harnesses. No damage done. Everybody else has moved up. They're 6 or they're 10, ready to go into combat. Again, no shots, well, no damage done from the shots from the Grey Hunters. And the Stormwolf Flyer has decided to get out of dodge, get out of the place with that stupid Demon Prince. So, not much shooting. Land Raider obviously locked in combat. We're going to try and kill, well, we're going to try and hit these first, and we're going to try and wipe out the bikes with just overwhelming numbers. Everybody made it into combat that I wanted to, apart from the Grey Hunters. They failed their charge range, a little bit annoying. The bikes were just slaughtered. Herald Deathwolf and then the Wolfrun just absolutely destroyed them. The Demon Prince, however, did heroic intervention and came in to Herald and did 6 wounds, so he's alive with 1 wound remaining. Oh well, never mind. He will be crushed next turn by a Dreadnought and Herald Deathwolf. Hopefully, maybe. Wolfen consolidated back in towards the Possessed Marines. 1 wound done by the Land Raider in combat, and then it was saved annoyingly. So I score no prisoners because I killed off the bikes, and Area of Denial because there is nobody within, or no enemy within 6 inches of the centre of the battle.
Okay, so going into my turn 3, is it Rich? Or is it turn 4? 3. Cards are poured. Score objective marker 1, which is nowhere near me. Rise to Glory and Aerial Denial. Now, I'm going to get that. Now, I have done my shooting as well, and I've done my movement just to speed things up a little bit. So I do apologise because we did forget to record a little bit. So I do apologise. However, let me fill you in with the gaps. The Lord of Skulls pulled himself forward towards the Land Raider. We done the Gatling cannon into the Land Raider, popped that, and we done the Flamer into the Wolfen. Did manage to get killed 2. 1, wounded 1, and then my normal Marines at the back did manage to take the last one down, rapid firing. So it's cool. I'm happy with that. And then the big thing that I'm really happy with, the little cultists decided to become something. They did see that cheeky little thing over here, and they managed to get a wound. I'm really, really impressed with that.
I'm not.
Back in 7th, that would never happened. He would have just come over and stomped him. So moving into my combat, let's see how we go. So, end of combat. Demon Prince hit, didn't wound. He did get 1 in there, but he did just turn around and say, no, thank you.
Storm Shield.
The return favour did hit, but again, he did miss. So, thankfully on that, I'm alive. Over here, the Lord of Skulls managed to take off a couple. That cheeky one there kind of said, nope, not having none of that. He hit, did get a wound off. Yep. So it's now putting me down to 15 wounds there. And then over in the back corner, the dude on top is now officially dead. So let's go into Rich's turn. As you say, the game is moving up quite quickly, coming to the end.
So my new tactical objective for this turn is secure objective 4. And with that in mind, the Stormwolf Flyer has entered hover mode. I know that he can hold that objective anyway, but at least he can sit still now. So he's on objective 4. The Wolfen that was in combat with the Lord of Skulls basically ran away so that I could shoot in. No damage done whatsoever. And then in combat, the Grey Hunters and the Dreadnought all made it in. No damage done. Herald Deathwolf, no damage done. The Demon Prince hit back, killing off Herald Deathwolf. So in my own turn, I did no damage, and I lost my Warlord. So as turns go...
Okay, so we're now moving into my shooting. So I've done all my movement. So objective cards, I've got Assassinate, objective marker 4, and defend and hold objective marker 6. So Terminators, I've advanced over to here, so just within 3. So I've got to hold that for 2 turns. Lord of Skulls is now seeing some juicy targets. He's pulled himself up here, and he's going to try some cheeky shooting into the Flyer, try to take that out of the game. My tactical Marines have just pulled themselves forward here, trying to go for a little bit of rapid fire here. And seeing as these boys have done some good in the past, they're going to have a go at trying to take out this little lonely Wolfen. Wish me luck, my friends.
You bully!
I think I've got it. But it is a dice game, and now I've said that, I know I'm going to fail epically.
I hope so.
So let's go into shooting and wish me luck. Okay, so the banter's flying, the dice are rolling. Lord of Skulls went in there, done his little slash attack, and we did kill 3 off. Now, this is the fun part. He tried and attacked me back with a power fist. How many did you get, Rich?
None.
There you go. Let's move on to Rich's next turn.
So my new objective this turn is advance, which is make sure there are no enemy units in my deployment zone. So not really going to happen. In the movement phase, the Grey Hunter that was locked in combat with the Lord of Skulls has pulled out, meaning that my Stormwolf Flyer can shoot. The last cannons completely whiffed, missed them both. Hellfrost on dispersed mode did 2 wounds, but I did not roll a 6 to cause any other additional wounds. Heavy bolters shot in, 2 wounds, no damage done. It's going to be over to Assault. Venerable Dreadnought is going to go into the cultists. The Venerable Dreadnought made it into combat and just made very light work, killing off 5 of the cultists for no damage done. And then when you roll a morale check and you roll a 1, one person screams and the other person cries. I was the one crying, Darren was the one screaming. It's really not good. So they're still alive, they're in my way. And I have got a Secure Objective 5, which is there. Bloody cultists are in the way. Damn them. So anyway, not the greatest turn, but it'll do.
Okay, so going into my last turn, unfortunately, there's been a bit of a mishap on the camera, so I didn't get to record the movement side. So I'll recap from what happened. So Lord of Skulls pulled himself forward, shot 3 shots into the Flamer into the Flyer, it sat still, and then Gatling into the dude down here.
The Grey Hunter guy.
Grey Hunter died, and then combat-wise, he went into combat with a flyer, finished it off in combat with smash attack. And then over here, the Demon Prince charged into your lovely Venerable Dreadnought, smashed it, and did take it down. So that does mean that it is... that's it, pretty much, is a table. Because
there's nothing left for the Space Wolves.
But there is one thing. A drop pod.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right, the drop pod.
So there's a drop pod left, so it's not quite a table. I'm being generous.
You are.
However, that was an extremely fun game. A lot of banter, a lot of insulting words going either way. We had some jokes. So what we'll do, we'll wrap it up, go through what worked well, go through the army, and go from there.
The power of camera. Okay, so end of the game. It was quite fun. I enjoyed it.
That was a good game.
It was
actually.
awesome. Some really good units in there. Turned out a little bit better than I was hoping. How did you find it, Rich?
Do you know what, that was a really good fun game. Your Lord of War was tough. That skull, whatever it is.
Lord of Skulls.
Lord of Skulls, that's the one. That's tough. I thought I might be able to take it down a little bit easier with my last cannon shots. They just weren't paying off today. Venerable Dreadnought did quite well.
See, I honestly thought right at the beginning, because you had first turn,
Yeah.
I thought, actually, do you know what? That many last cannons on the board, I thought, do you know what?
Yeah.
This is kind of maybe game over for him straight away.
It wasn't.
But luckily for myself, it is a dice game.
You're
That's
right,
the thing.
it is.
It is a dice game, and unfortunately, Rich didn't manage to hit. So you done me a favour.
Yeah,
Is it
great,
surprising?
brilliant. I'm glad I helped you out.
Do I think the list that I took would be great in a tournament? It's definitely not top tier.
No.
It would fall to a lot of things. However, I think it would. If I played it probably a little bit better, I probably could do a lot better. But it's the first time I filled quite a lot of those units in there. I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it.
And I think that's one of the advantages of playing Maelstrom as well. So it depends on what card you get. So you could have a top tier army, be really unlucky with your cards, and just really struggle to score anything. So depending on it, because I mean there was one turn where I scored no extra points, and I think you racked up about 3 or 4, and that helped push you in the lead. Because I scored 3 victory points on my first turn. And that was a good start.
But that's the whole thing with this type of game.
Yeah.
The game can change quite quickly.
Exactly.
If you haven't got fast moving units and all of a sudden you've got to be on the other side of the board, that makes it quite difficult.
It does, you're right.
So for myself, the bikes can move up to 20 if I don't shoot. So if I advance, that's up to 20 inches.
See, that's good.
That is good. That is good. But it can also, depending on where the objective markers are, you have to be smart on where you place them. But if you go to a tournament where the objective markers are preset,
yeah,
that can be also then a bit tricky.
Yeah, and it can be as well. I mean, my Space Wolves list that I've taken today is not tournament list. You got 2 Wolfen squads in there. Wolfens are tough.
Yeah,
Wolfens are tough.
Absolutely really good.
They are, and they are really nice as well. So I also have Thunderwolf Cav. If you ever watched any of the battle reports over at Geeks, I take Thunderwolf Cav quite a lot. They've changed battlefield role now. So in 7th edition, they're equipped with Thunder Hammers and Power Fists, and they were designed to go in and kill off vehicles. And they used to do it, and they used to do it quite easily. Their role has changed slightly now to the point where they're more troop killer, I would say.
Yeah.
Especially as the wolves attack as well. So, it's learning how to play your armies. All of our armies have changed in 8th edition, and it is literally learning a brand new game. So it's just learning those little tweaks, like not forgetting that your wolves attack, not forgetting little bits of small print that could turn the battle in your favour.
It's the little things that do
it. It is, massively. And in a tournament environment, there is no comeback. If you forget it, you could be tabled.
That's it. But for myself, I found like the bikes, for instance, we were saying about the roles changing.
Yeah.
The bikes are no longer, for myself, they're no longer good in combat. Me personally, other people may, say differently on that. But for myself, I think it's more of a shooting platform. The amount of stuff it can shoot. If you could get something, a Demon Prince flying behind it, at least you've got that ability then to re-roll those ones.
Which is really helpful.
Yeah, and that's cheeky.
It is.
Now, at one point, I did think my Demon Prince was going to die quite early.
So did I. I don't know about you, but I did as well. I was like, yes, Demon Prince is... No, he's still alive.
It's just when you pulled that flyer over and I thought, oh, no, there's a school where I've just completely didn't foresee that happening, and when you did, it's like, okay, this could be ending quite quick. And even the Overwatch, because you've done really well in the Overwatch.
I did, actually.
The fact that you didn't do so well on the amount of damage it done is the only reason why I survived as long as I did with him.
I think that's the annoying thing about the flyer is when you fire the las cannons and you fire the Hellfrost cannon, you got your choice of focused or dispersed, and they were just missing. Heavy bolters, just loads of sixes, especially in Overwatch. I think there was one time I rolled 8 sixes.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, come on. Why can't I do this when I shoot normally? But it's like I say, it's a dice game. It's one of them things. And it was a great fun game. We've had a laugh all the way through that.
I think it was with myself, I could save, but I couldn't shoot.
Yeah, you're right. You couldn't. You couldn't shoot, but saves are like, oh, I just need a 6 up. Yeah, there's 3 of them.
There's a couple of 6, that's fine. You got to shoot. It's just, the dice, it's just like the dice just didn't want to be with me for my saving throws, which kind of gutting, but
it's one of them. It's one of them things. It is one of those things.
So what would you say your star character was on the table?
Character? Have I got
star unit. Let's go with that.
Star. Do you know what? I'd probably either. I don't know. I'd say possibly the Venerable Dreadnought, maybe Herald Deathwolf. They helped take out the bike squad. There was a lot of bikes in there, like about 40, and they all died.
40.
Small victories. Small victories. There was 40. There was about 50 bikes.
Do you want to borrow my glasses?
No, I'm alright.
I can get you one of those things. There
So Darren was running about 60 bikes, and they all got wiped out in one round of combat.
I'll show you a little trick, Rich. Hold your fingers up.
No, how many bikes are you rocking? 10? 10 bikes. So they, I took 3 out. So I think 7.
Is it kind of like how fishermen do it? Like, you know,
yeah, that's right.
I caught a fish this big.
Yeah, that's right. So I wiped them out in combat. Venerable Dreadnought was quite nice. He missed quite a lot as well, and so did Herald. But I don't know. It's one of them things. I mean, there was some massive charge ranges I had to make with them, and they were pulling off every single time. So for that, it was quite nice. Land Raider did okay. Longfangs not too bad, but I do you know what? Star of the game. It was all a bit rubbish. No, Herald Deathwolf or the Venerable Dreadnought. I think.
I'd probably go with the Dreadnought.
Yeah, I reckon so. The drop pod did amazing. It came in and just was the only thing left alive at the end of the game. So the star of this game was my drop pod.
The drop pod. Fair play. I like that. We'll go with that.
We'll go with my drop pod.
I think I got 2 units.
Okay.
Lord of Skulls, definitely for the first one.
Is it because he's OP?
Oh, mate. I wouldn't say he was majorly overpowered. Of course I'm going to say that. I ain't going to say anything else. No, he was... Yeah, he maybe was, but then he is Lord of War, and he has quite a lot of points for what he is, with 28 wounds or 24 wounds.
24 wounds, something like that. I think
it was just crazy.
Yeah, he's got a lot of wounds.
Yeah, he's got a lot of survivability there, but a couple of lucky Lascons is going to change it. However, the unit for myself would have to be the Cultists.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that.
So surviving, they took a round of shooting, 2 dudes left. Used the cheeky spit my words out.
Stratagem.
Remove them off the board, and they come back in 6 inches off the any table edge, and they're back to full strength, and managed to get in that cheeky close combat with your long fangs.
And tied him up for like 3 or 4 turns.
That was the beautiful thing about it. And they managed to kill a couple.
Yeah.
And they done some damage.
It's like my long fangs went from being long fangs to one guy left being a lone wolf on his own, standing on top of the building, just smacking down these cultists that were trying to climb up and over the top of the building. Do you know what? It was actually really cinematic. It was actually pretty cool. In fact, I might change my hero of the day to that guy, because before he died, he was holding up.
So it sounded out of like 300.
Yeah, he was literally on his own, on the top of a building, just smacking cultists down. It's like, get back down. For about 3 turns of combat. Yeah, he did alright.
It was awesome.
It was a great game.
The fact they got up there in the first place was just... that made me chuckle.
It took your Terminators, in fact, it took your captain to get up there and kill it.
Yeah, dude. Let's be honest. The way the dice were rolling...
I'm surprised you made it.
The way they were rolling, I thought, they ain't going to last out here. I need a little bit of extra support. So you're right. Without that captain getting up there, intervening, they wouldn't have survived. That one pesky dude would have probably killed off the cultist. Unless I got lucky with the dice. No, that's
not happening.
But, saying all that, absolutely awesome game.
It was great.
Guys, if you haven't already checked them out, Geeks Wargaming. What are you on now? Sub-wise? What's the competition running?
We're currently at about 8,500. We're running a 10,000 subscriber giveaway. So as soon as we hit 10,000, we're giving away £100 worth of Wargames vouchers. We're giving away a Geeks prize bundle, which is a t-shirt, some dice, and a dice bag. I don't even have a dice bag, so you know what? You get to win one of them when I don't have one. So all you got to do is be subscribed to the channel, and there is a 10,000 subscriber video. Just put a comment on that, and as soon as we hit that 10,000 mark, we will draw a winner from that.
Good luck.
Thank you, mate.
And good luck to everyone that enters into it. Highly recommend it. You will see me on there, entering my little comment on there. So
you're not winning.
But guys, listen, thank you very much for watching. Really do appreciate it. If you like what you see, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and please feel free to comment in the section. You can also find us on Instagram, and we are on Facebook. All you got to do is search Twisted Dice, and you'll see us all on there. So again, thank you for your time, and we'll catch you soon.
See you guys.